Hello everyone and welcome to this week's video tutorial. This will be board number 30 from Dubious positions and how to attack them. Again, this will be a board on the central cannon versus the screenhouse defense opening system. So without further ado, let us begin. Central cannon, screenhouse defense. Now in this board, Red will choose to develop his left flank before he develops his right flank. This is sometimes seen and it's usually part of preparations for a match. Finally, Red will play to h2 plus 3 for proper horses. Now, because Red had not developed his right flank early, Black will try to attack with the riverbank horse in this situation. Now, in this situation, this move will be the dubious move that will be the topic of discussion. Because when the horse left the cannon rank, Black's cannon rank will be greatly weakened, and there will be later weaknesses for Red to exploit. Now, the sound move will be to play. The sound move in this situation will be to play I9 equals to 8, and then the game will transposition back to major opening lines of the central cannon versus the screenhouse defense. And seeing that h7 plus 6 was played, Red will not play the rank chariot variation. Instead, he will go directly for the foul chariot, attacking the cannon. Now, this would be the second dubious move, c8 equals to 7. Now, the idea behind this move is very obvious. Black is prepared to push the pawn forward. Black is prepared to push the pawn forward. Let's say Black made another move. For example, Black would be prepared to push the pawn forward and thus gain material. So c8 equals to 7 would appear to be a very powerful move. However, if Red played correctly, he will be able to command a huge advantage. There are three main variations in this board. The first will be h2 plus 4, whereby Red will guard the riverbank. The second will be r9 plus 1 for the foul and rank chariots. And the third will be, c8 plus 4 to attack the central pawn. Now, in variation A, r2 plus 4 was played. Red tried to solidify his defenses, but this would appear to be overly conservative. There's no doubt that Red's defenses would be very solid, but he would have lost even more in terms of attacking power. And seeing that r2 plus 4 was played, Black would immediately play h6 plus 7 to capture the pawn, preparing, let's say, Red may and summon a move. Red will be prepared to gain material. So this is the reason behind this move. And Red would adjust his formation to prevent that from happening. Now, if he chose to play h7 plus 6, Black will go for the fork, the cannon fork over here. And again, Red would be prepared to gain material. So Black consolidates his defenses. Red also does the same. Rank chariot. Red tries to develop his flank, but as can be seen at this point in time, Black's pieces are quite. There's much space for the black pieces to move, and Black can be said to have gained a satisfactory position at this point in time. c2 equals to 3, etc. will be possible tactical opportunities for Black to continue. So now let us go to variation B, 9 plus 1, to guard the third rank from possible attacks by the horse. Although Red was not afraid of Black's counter-attack, but this approach by Red was still not strong enough, or neither was it threatening enough. So faced with this move, Black will simply consolidate his defenses with e3 plus 5, which is steadfast. Now, p7 plus 1, would it be a good idea? Let us see. Red will immediately counter r2 plus 5, forcing the horse to capture the pawn. Now, if r6 equals to 8 were played, Red will simply retreat his horse. and black's pieces are scattered. The pawn is an obvious target, and once it was captured, red will be prepared to gain material. So r6 plus 8 is not possible. If r6 plus 7, red would have the initiative as you eliminate the pawn, threaten the black horse. Now the black horse had penetrated enemy territory alone, and this will again be a very important lesson in Xiangqi opening theory. Never, never allow a piece to penetrate or infiltrate enemy's camp without sufficient backup. So, e3 plus 5, a steadfast choice. Red attacks the horse. E6 plus 7, 4 plus 2. Now this is played so that red will be prepared to push the central pawn forward and leg his horses, and also prevent his cannon from being captured by the black horse. Black gains to will command this very important red file with this move. Red tries to continue his attack, but black will simply guard his cannon and have a very nice position going on. Black's formation is more than sufficient to deal with red's attack. So now to variation C. C8 plus 4, which is the advocated or suggested move by the authors because black had been attacking, he had not consolidated his central line, and this would make the pawn very vulnerable to attack. Now this would be the best optimal approach by red. A4 plus 5, check. After trading material, another check, and red will get to develop his left flank. Now e3 plus 5 is a very important move to note. Now if c2 equals to 5 were played, both the black chariots will have not moved, and red will command a huge advantage. Now if c7 plus 4, instead black played p7 plus 1, again red will attack the horse as seen in an earlier variation. That is why c2 equals to 5 is it's not a good idea. Instead, black should threaten consolidate his defenses. Black develops red develops a left chariot. R1 equals to 4, threatening the black horse, threatening the cannon, protecting the cannon, capturing the pawn. A4 plus 5, a very sound move. Red cannot or should not capture the. At this point in time, red cannot capture the pawn because black will gain material in this manner. So that is why once this happens, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and black will be more than happy to play this position. And then p9 plus 1, retreating the horse to protect the chariot, and also possibly for a p7 plus 1 attack. And as can be seen, both colors will be fighting the initiative, but it will be very obvious that it is red who has the advantage because there's a lot of pressure being applied on the central file, and everything. Red can be continued, prepared to play p7 plus 1, etc., etc. So a quick recap. c2 equals to 5. c2 equals 5. Red, in this board, red chooses to develop his left flank first. c equals h plus 7. And we come to this very dubious move of a7 plus 6, thus weakening black's cannon rank. 1 plus 2. Instead of protecting, black will now attack. And there are 3 major variations. The first would be r2 plus 4, the second will be r9 plus 1, and the last and best counter will be c8 plus 4. Variation A, patrolling the riverbank will allow red to construct a very strong defense, but at the same time his attacking potential will be limited. 6 to 7, red adjusts his formation. And at this point in time, red would have gained a satisfactory position. Variation B. Variation B, R2, R9 plus 1. Okay, threatening the horse, forcing the horse to move, threatening the horse again, and red charges the central pawn forward. And after to and fro sequence, black would have a very stable formation, which he can be more than satisfied with. And this would lead to a potential confrontation, but black would not have to worry about anything. Now in the last variation, c8 plus 4, whereby red will aggressively attack black's central pawn, as with his, which was one of his original intentions with the central cannon. Black consolidates the defenses, and after trading material, black continues to consolidate. This is a steadfast move. c2 equals to 5 would not be as good, because both the chariots would have still unmoved, and the cannon and horse would not have many good areas or many good points to continue to attack. Red has the huge advantage. Now if instead of c7 plus 4, p7 plus 1 were played, red would threaten to capture the horse, and again red would have a significant advantage. So after to and fro material, both colors will be fighting for the initiative, but red would appear to be better. Thank you, and please subscribe to my channel. If you enjoy the work that I've been doing, if you do, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.